by your ear, hovering, and you'll hear, roll left, bitch.
How to deal with people who have major health issues.
If you ignore them for long enough, the problem goes away.
No, I call you mom.
When you change to a lolly off camera. Oh my god, you're so...
TikTok has banned you. You named your titties.
Yeah.
Ready.
So the first topic is about... It's a heavy one immediately, and we're going to talk about thoughts about having your dead relatives as ghosts. Well, I guess it's not heavy, it's kind of funny. As ghosts, watching you bang or masturbate. So, I'm not sure who brought this. Oh, no, it was you, Snow. Okay, so since you brought up the idea, you begin.
Snow.
So what's your thoughts on your dead relatives watching you bang or masturbate?
I was half asleep. I was half asleep after posting this topic, to be honest, because I think I was thinking of my aunt and some of my relatives who had died. We have a culture here about my mom family are mostly Muslim. So whenever they said, if you do something bad, like during my childhood, if you do something bad, your grandma and grandfather and grandmother are gonna be mad at you, like on the afterlife. And I said, huh? Are you really sure?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh no, I masturbated a lot.
Okay. Hold on. I was pushing this for saying, nothing wrong with your mother. I'm sure your mother's a great person. But that is a bad parenting tip. You shouldn't try and threaten your kids, or you shouldn't try and scare your kids. You should explain why the things they do are bad. Right? That's sorry.
They scare
religion.
Me it's like one of the when if you eat watermelons, it's gonna grow in the stomach kind of thing. It was so weird. But this is more like
that's horrible.
religion.
Right? Not only is it a lie,
Yeah,
it's
is
also
horrible.
Scaring people into doing the right thing is a horrible idea. Because if they only do the correct thing, or they avoid doing the wrong things with fear, right? Then once they stop being afraid, once they grow older, once they realize how silly it is, there'll be nothing stopping them. Instead, you explain why these things are bad. You don't eat watermelon seeds because you might choke, right?
Yeah, but religion be
one
religion.
thing that I got from that is religion be religion. One thing I got from that is like, I know that my mom don't really I know that my mom really likes to tease me a lot, but to the fact that if it's about religion, it's always a serious situation. And every time the topic brought up about that relative gonna watch over me, I was like, huh. I mean, if they see me bang, or they see me masturbate, it's fine. I mean, I'm still a human, but I don't care that much. But I think mostly it was because if I'm stealing something or go outside at night and then come back home or something, my mom always say those kind of things. Yeah. How about you, Freak?
I mean, regarding my parents scaring me into doing the good thing, it's not about masturbation. It's more about you're gonna burn to death for all eternity. I mean that. But
yeah. I mean, same thing.
Yeah, it is mostly
religious.
But in terms of my thoughts on if my grandpa or whoever that relative it is watching me masturbate to weird kinks or very horrifying shit or bang questionable people. I mean, hey, they either will be mortified or they'll enjoy the show. And if I knew they're in the room, And if I have the ability to see them and interact with them, I'll be like, well, either excuse me, like, can you not do it? And if they insist, well, then I'll try to ask them for their help, like to get me like a glass of water or something. well, while I'm doing it, yeah. Yes, it'll be weird. It'd be weird, very weird. But you know, if that's like how life is, then well, we're living in a fucked up world with no privacy. Yeah. What about you, Fasid? Would you like to watch? Would you like to have your grandma watch you shing-a-ling-ding?
Well, no, obviously. But my grandma's still alive, so
Oh,
no.
shit. Great grandma. There we go.
But my grandfather's gone.
Okay.
Great grandma's still no. How to explain this? The living shouldn't consort with the dead, and the dead shouldn't consort with the living, right? So I would prefer to not be watched while I masturbate. But if they exist, and if they can indeed interact with us, and if they indeed choose to watch me do those things, then that's their choice, and I can't stop them. Right? I'm not going to change the way I act because of some hippity-hoppity ghosts trying to take my control from me. Right? So they can watch as much as they like. I won't change the way I act, and I won't change the things I do. You're dead. Stay dead.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I mean, I guess one
it's
thing...
like one thing.
Well, one thing is, I mean, I don't know how
it doesn't even matter how hard I try.
no. I do hope, like, if let's say this is a thing that happens where your dead relatives are watching you and you're aware of it, I do hope maybe some like kind of magical mumbo jumbo where you can at least like find like a earplug so you don't hear them.
Or if I can high five my grandfather while I'm railing a girl, it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, you know, I'm
Spreading the
banging.
seed, continuing the family line.
Yeah, I'm banging, and like if they're yapping, like telling me like how to bang or like just stop doing this is sinful or whatever, I'm like I don't want to hear that. I just like plug a thing in that in my ear.
I'll just be by your ear, hovering, and you'll hear roll left, bitch.
I'll be like humming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's like I think two conflicted issues with about my father's family beliefs and my mother family beliefs, where Buddhism is something where there's, I think when it's, what months is it again? It's like when they said that relative gonna visit you on that month only, and then for Muslim, I think it was like,
Wait,
it's
that conflicts-
Ramadan or Shawwal.
But that's in
I can't
wait, hang
remember.
on. Is that not in conflict with the main core belief of Buddhism that reincarnation's real? Once you die, you get rebirth into something else?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if my father's family are really Buddhism or not, but I'm still a kid back then, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna believe what they talk about. Mostly I just stay quiet. I'm a quiet kid if my parents talk about religion. Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting that your parents are so diverse in their religion, right? Is that not strange for a lot of, at least my parents are both Catholic, and I assume your parents are both Muslim.
It's strange. It's strange when the school that I'm going in, it has two things where Muslim, Hinduism, and Buddhism, like three religion, and then you gotta choose either mostly Muslim are gonna go and pray, while Hinduism and Buddhism they can go back home early. And I was like, what should I do?
Can I choose to be atheist? Wait, sorry, can I choose to be agnostic? Is there a function?
No, they said it's like a segregation kind of thing where
Well, you
if
have
you're
to
Muslim,
believe in
then
a
you gotta
God,
pray.
at
If you
least
don't
one
pray,
of
I'm gonna hit you, kind of teacher. Yeah, one of the teacher go, if you're Muslim, go pray right now. If you're not a Muslim, go back home. I don't want to see you at school. The school is already
Wait,
over.
hang on. Okay, so it's just whether or not you're Muslim. Okay.
Yeah.
But like that's just part. Out of like the religion, right? You guys have the was it like 5 times a day at the direction of the
the Muslim ones
what's
is
the black
5
box
times
called?
a day.
I remember. It's like an asteroid, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of cool. Like it's like a nice ritual to have. I'm call it a ritual, but it's like a nice practice to have to like, pay respects to the thing.
I mean,
for reference,
fine.
in
You can
case
call
you're
it whatever
wondering,
you want.
I'm very agnostic. I don't care. If I had to follow religion, out of thrones, I'd pray to the golden thrones. That's all there is
Golden
to it.
thrones.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause mostly if I wanna explain something to my mom, and then my mom said teach me a little bit English to talk about Islam to other people in English, and I go this is our ritual. Oh wait no, this is our my English go. I don't know how to make it better. It was like this is our religion, do this, and that's it. I don't know much. You should ask a sheikh or imam or something like that, But yeah.
Wait, okay, so Snow, I'm gonna ask a question. Very important question. What do you consider yourself?
Atheist. Atheist.
Atheist. There we go. Yeah.
Atheist. Yeah.
Atheist. Right, because a theist, right, is someone who believes in God, and an atheist is the opposite of that. So a person who doesn't believe in God.
Oh.
You should know the linguistics behind
Atheist.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, I guess that was like a little.
If your parents get upset at you, you can just say you're a theist.
Yeah. No, but yeah.
Yeah.
What's my thought? Okay.
I don't know. I don't really believe in anything.
Yeah. I guess that
Boring
was like
world,
a little tiny religious segment.
Religious
After
aside,
that-
For those of you that are religious, please don't hate us. I respect all religions.
Gonna cancel.
I mean, at some point we're gonna talk about religion, but like more in depth.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next topic is
Okay, I have like a nice one-liner.
a little bit more heavy, and it is how to deal with people who have major health issues, be it random people, friends, or family member. And what's the thing you want to talk about, Frosty, about it?
Look, I've got a... Okay, yeah. If you ignore them for long enough, the problem goes away.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I haven't had to deal with that, so... I don't know.
But let's say you do.
Oh, wait, no, here you go. This is how I would cope. I would cope. I would huff the copium and be like, I use money to solve the issue. Just like give him all the weird experimental shit. See if it gets fixed. If they don't, then tough luck. Pray to God, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you. I guess
I
you're
don't know. I don't have to deal with this shit. So
you're dealing with a vegetable. You're like, so you have I'll pay for someone to help you read manga and bye bye.
No. If I'm dealing with a vegetable, then I'd sit them down and be like, you know that you're a financial drain on the family, right? No, I'm kidding. I haven't had to deal with any of that, so luckily I've been sort of saved from having these responsibilities. But of course, I empathize with those of you that do. I hope the best for your families, and yeah, it's tough. And certainly if it's a friend, you feel weird or strange or it's difficult or it's a cultural faux pas to sort of fork the money, right? Like it's very strange to both provide. If they ask for it, it's different. If there's like a GoFundMe or whatever, that's completely different. But if they're quiet about it,
well, how about this?
It's hard.
How about this? You know someone from our friend group that has issues, and let's say you are part of their
She
family.
hasn't told me about that. Family? What do you mean family?
You're part of their family, and how would you?
Family.
How would you, let's say, behave, or how would you imagine like your life would be, assuming you'd have a person with like a lot of difficulties?
How close am I to them? Just friends? You and I?
No, let's go do both cases. The first case is, Like they're literally your brother or sister.
More organs for me.
More organs. Uh-huh.
Damn.
I don't know. Like, okay, I mean, okay, how would you? I don't know. I would cope. Probably, I'd be pretty sad. I'd help them, settle their affairs, write a will, that sort of stuff, for myself at the top of the will. Yeah, like, I'd be pretty sad. I'd try and pay for treatment or whatever, but if that's not available, it's coming what's coming, right? And I'd be like, hey, dude, you should spend the rest of your life, however small that amount of time is, just doing whatever it is you enjoy, right? If you like talking to e-girls on the internet, go for it. You're gonna spend it at strip clubs, fucking whores. That's alright with me. No judgment.
Okay.
And then, I'd really say pretend to support whatever religion belief they have,
Pretend.
And I guess I would pray. I would hope that when they pass, whatever it is they believe in is true. I don't think it is. But I can still hope that it.
What about?
But yeah, that's all.
I'm assuming the same response to a friend, or I'm assuming less responsibility.
Less responsibility. I wouldn't help them settle their affairs unless they were completely inept. Right? If they were inept, then yes, I would help them settle their affairs. But if they, were reasonable and they knew what they were doing, then see if I can pay for treatment. If they need money, if they don't need that, I'll just do whatever you want, man. Fine.
Yeah.
And I'd probably do something sentimental. I'd plant a tree in their name, or I'd build a toilet in their name.
Build that time.
Just for fun. Just to fuck with them one more time.
Have one of those toilets that from Japan that talk, and so you have your friend talking to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's tough because I haven't had anyone leave me, so good. And fingers crossed, touch wood.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah. Nobody gets to that point. What about you, Snow? You got what's your thoughts on dealing with a friend or family member that's had a lot of health issues?
I've been dealing with since my whole life, to be honest. There's a friend of mine that I've known in real life a lot, and we're basically 2 years. I mean, I'm 2 years younger than him. He go to school first, and I go to the same school as him, but he's in special ed class.
Yeah.
And as time goes on, when I finish school, he just finished school, and we're move out together and then stay as a neighbor. And then I just help him water plants because he doesn't know how. He just play with crayons, and so yeah. Other friend group that I'm when I got into VRChat, there's two of my homies. One is having have a heart monitor over his body. He's pretty healthy. He's doing construction and everything, but one's having a heart monitor on him, and one's just had a stroke last year after Christmas. And today I just it's every day I remind him to make sure his fiance check him out regularly, and that's how I deal with them mostly. Just keep attention to them, make sure that they still have friends online that still care. And one of them chose really want to go suicide, to be honest. And then I was like, no, I call your mom.
No.
So frequently I just call his mom and pay him as a visit or something. But he stay over in Denmark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Shout out.
Wait.
Stay safe.
What, non-specific health issues? Alright, okay. Because I met a person the other day, yesterday, that also had a stroke, pretty bad.
Oh.
I barely.
In
I just met
VRChat
them,
or in real life?
responsibility. In VRChat. No, I don't go to hospitals going, hey, stroke victims, come here.
Stroke
I want to meet you.
The.
Yeah. But like, I guess my grandmother has had a stroke before, but like she's not suffering from anything specific. She's just old. Right, that just happens. A little bit overweight.
Yeah.
So, she's fine. By the way, she's still completely fine. They caught it early, luckily.
Okay. Just 1 minute. I think the thing is here, so I'll just drink water or something. I'll be back. Take a break.
Reek is gonna be brain damaged for a little bit. Hang on.
But yeah, shout out to Matthias. I know you're watching.
Yeah, throughout my life, from my birth till 2016 or 2019, I forgot. But anyway, there was a family member that has major health issues, and I grew up with the, let's say, to support that individual. Just moving around, getting stuff, giving them shots, getting them medicine, and sometimes hospital visits and all of that. But yeah, it's the general gist of it is like how I dealt with it, or like how I behaved in such an environment. Is after so I came back from school, and not half of my time, let's say anywhere between 10 to 50% of the time, I would be helping around with that individual until I go to sleep. And that's not just me, other family members as well. So that's about it. And if I, let's say, have a relationship with someone that also had health complications later on, I'd probably stick around, depending on the person, of course, to help him out, and so we can live each other and whatnot. And I wouldn't mind sacrificing some of my time to do so. I guess because I already done so in the past, so I guess that's easier for me. But in terms of a friend, I'd help around every once in a while, and if I can do financially, of course I would. And in terms of randoms, I think I had a couple or three or a few people here in VRChat where they had mental issues. I guess I think I helped them out where I could, and they appreciated it. But I think the general thing I would want to say is help out where you can. Even if you sacrifice a little bit, it'll make their life easier, hopefully.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt you that much, so...
Yeah. Only if they beat an Elden Ring.
Only if they...
Otherwise it doesn't count.
Hey, do you want my help to wash your body? Finish Elden Ring.
Finish Elden Ring, yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is an old thing, but it's still kind of relevant-ish, since it's still going on, which is the issue of with the Epic Game Store. So it's
cringe and bad. All right, done. So.
Cringe, yeah. But no, like a quick summary.
No, I have thoughts about this. Okay. I think the application. So I've always disliked the application. I think the application. Back when I was using it, right? This was vaguely when what's that? One of the Souls-like games came out, and it was exclusive to Epic, and I was like, oh, fine, I'll get on Epic. It was sort of laggy, and the launcher wasn't great. Compared to Steam or even GOG, it was sort of problematic in that sense. I don't know if it's still that way. I don't think so, but it's probably fine now. But my real issue with Epic's Game Store is the way they treat game developers, right? They are better than, Steam when it comes to their cut, their 20% cut. Wait, is it 20%? 12% cut or 18% cut, depending on whether or not they use Unreal Engine. It's very generous. agree with that. My issue is when they pay other. What?
On the store, it's 10%, and if they use Unreal, it's free up to a certain point in terms of sales.
There we go. Yeah. My real concern, my real issue, really, is the way they pay for exclusivity. Right. What they're effectively doing is they're threatening me. They're saying, if you cannot play this on any other platforms, you have to play with us. Right. We will pay money to silence your choice, to destroy consumer choice, to stop you from buying this from any other market, right? I think that's unfair, not to Steam or anything. I'm not arguing that Steam is a good marketplace, or I'm not arguing that Steam is whatever, but it's anti-consumer. That's unfair to me, right? Why should they be able to pay game developers to only sell for their show for a year, right? I understand, obviously, the temptation, especially by indie developers that do this. My real issue with this practice is that it's obviously anti-consumer, but it's also really strange to see AAA like Square Enix do the same thing for Final Fantasy VII. Whoever the developers are behind Hitman, they did the same thing. They accepted the deal for exclusivity. Just these giant companies accepting $1 million deals for exclusivity so that I, as a consumer, lose my ability to choose which store I get these games at, strikes me as being very dystopian, right? I would much prefer if Epic Games didn't do this, right? And I would be more willing to use their store if they didn't do this, right? But as long as they do that, I will not purchase a game on their store, because vote with your wallet, right? And I hate that practice, and so I'm not going to buy a game on their store. That's all there is to it, right? And for reference, I'm not against third-party stores. I have bought games from GOG, right? For example, I bought The Witcher 3 on GOG because obviously that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I buy things on GMG, like Remake Gaming, right? Even though that activates on Steam, right? And okay, I'm sure Epic Game Store is not as bad as, like, you know, the fucking, what's that called? The Ubisoft launcher, Origin, right? And for reference,
yeah.
I wait, hang on, I gotta ask a question. Has Microsoft paid for exclusivity on their Xbox Marketplace on PC?
Maybe one game,
I can't remember,
but I don't think so, no.
Yeah, I don't think so either, which is why I support Xbox Game Store, right? Because I think Game Pass is a great deal. It's $10 a month. You can play whatever games. I don't really use it, mind you. I lose money on that for sure. But, because I like owning my games. But, you know, like, I don't have an issue against third-party stores. It's just that Epic Games is legitimately anti-consumer, and they legitimately try to threaten the consumer by saying, if you want to play this game, you have to buy it at our store, or rather, buy it from our store, and we will literally pay money so that you cannot get it anywhere else. That strikes me as absurd, and that strikes me as malicious. And I don't like things that are malicious, especially my stores. That's all there is to it. Nothing too big, nothing too grand, nothing too eclipsing. Just me, my opinions. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
These fucking mega corporations can stop accepting money from fucking Epic Game Store, right? If these giant corporations like fucking Square Enix could hire a developer to actually optimize their bloody games, right? Instead of accepting money from fucking Square Enix, they're still firing developers, right? They're still firing hundreds of developers after every development cycle, even though they accept millions of dollars from fucking Epic Game Store for exclusivity when they themselves are, what, at least a multi-million-dollar company? Maybe even a billion-dollar company? I don't know. Look, indie devs, I get it, right? But like, fucking AAA developers, you have no fucking right, and you have you are out of your mind, right? If you think that is at all justifiable, mega corporations can fucking go screw themselves, right? And you know what? It's anti-competitive as well, right? It's anti-competition. Epic Game Store is trying to fucking establish a fucking bloody monopoly where all the games are on Epic Game Store, and it's fucking horrifying. I understand that Steam by itself is sort of a monopoly, but at the very least, Steam isn't fucking hardline paying developers to only develop on Steam.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all there is to it. Don't buy from Epic Game Store. Unless, of course, Fortnite sponsors us, in which case that's different. That changes the
Yeah.
So I can be bought. You can buy me with money.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they'll buy this podcast as an exclusive for 1 year, and all the episodes are on Epic Game Store.
I'd be like Joe fucking Rogan, right? We'd be on fucking Epic Game Store only or Spotify only. No, we won't.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think, Snow, about the Epic Game Store?
A friend of mine wanting to post his game over in Epic Game Store, but I said no, just go on Steam and just posted it. And he
I
goes,
mean, your friend can
"Wow,
post on both.
Epic."
No, actually.
Yeah, but I said just
Wait,
do
what?
Steam first.
Wait, hang on. What?
Because
You can't post on both?
otherwise, if you post on Epic Game Store, it's not gonna be on Steam first. I think there's like TOS on it as well. I can't remember if you first.
Wait, hang on. Are you telling me Epic is not
Unless
only
you,
paying developers
yeah,
to delay
unless
games
you're
on
a
Steam?
triple A
Right,
game,
They're also there's what?
unless you're a triple A
That's
game,
evil.
and then they make a rule for you. They're gonna give like, I don't know, some sort of like, oh, you can do it on Steam as well. You can do it in Ubisoft as well. Like, I think they could make an example out of.
But AAA games can do whatever they want, right? That's been established, right? Fucking Bethesda has their own stupid launch at this point. But you're saying
Yeah.
indie developers, when you want to release a game, you don't take money from Epic, right? You just want to sell your game on that platform. They go, if you sell with us, you cannot sell on Steam at the same day.
No.
You have to delay your Steam release. That's the thing.
No.
Unless if it's free.
No.
think.
Here's the thing.
Free on it.
From back when I was like researching this, there was like a few developers, but one in particular, I forgot the name of the game, but it was like a really high quality top-down shmup or bullet hell. It's huge sales on Steam. They wanted to just release the game on Epic Game Store. They applied. They're like, Epic was like, no, we don't want your game on our store. That's literally it. So remember back when Steam had like their own curation team or whatever, same thing. They were just like denying, at the time at least, they were just denying like games to be put on the Epic Game Store without. Potentially the reason is without some exclusivity deal, but who knows. But yeah, they were denying a bunch of really good games to not be sold on their Epic Game Store. Another potential reason was some games that were launching, they wanted to launch on Steam and Epic Game Store, and at the time that wasn't a thing. It wasn't happening because I'm assuming Epic Game Store was denying these applications for games to be put on their store because they don't want people to compare Steam and Epic Game Store sales figures. I'm assuming that's like another potential reason.
Bullshit.
But yeah,
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
That's bullshit. I agree. That's complete bullshit. That's absurd.
Yeah, and I'm assuming they still have the current curation team to allow games.
Obviously, okay, so I want to say this, right? I want to say this. Firstly, I want to preface this by saying, obviously, Epic and Steam own their own stores. They can allow whatever products they want in or out of the store, right? It's completely within their rights to do this, right? But it is incredibly shady, right? To be like, you have a product, we think it's good
so
because you want to launch on Steam at the same time. We're saying no, right? That seems shady.
There are games that
I know
are doing this right
I know
now.
the
It's
Epic
okay.
Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the Epic Games staff gonna be like, oh, we're just gonna accept Square Enix and then this company. Okay, sure. Fucking indie solo developers, they can't like go abroad or whatever. But
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, yeah, that's it. Don't buy from Epic. That's all I
Yeah.
got. Yeah.
But no, yeah,
Fuck
it's.
Epic.
Yeah, I mean, I have the same opinion. Like I stand against Epic on this so much that regarding one of my like personal projects, I had a deal with a developer to only have like their game to do X on my platform, and like an exclusive deal. And when the Epic Game Store like thing happened, I'm like, no, fuck Epic Game Store, and fuck it so much, I'm gonna cancel my exclusivity deal. On a business side, and on a business sense, that's fucking stupid for me to do, but on a principle sense, I'm like strong on this. So, yeah.
Well, I agree. It's
And,
about principles, right? It's about what's right, and Epic Game Store is what they're doing to the industry is horrible, right? Like Final Fantasy VII, right? People have to wait a year to play that game. Like Hitman, like
Yeah.
A bunch of games, obviously. I don't know. It's shady.
But
Now,
also,
you might
so
argue,
annoying.
obviously, that sort of Epic would not be able to compete with Steam, right, if they didn't do this.
Yeah.
Might be true. I don't think that's true because all the Fortnite kids fucking have Epic installed. But whatever. But if that's true, then if it can't complete on an even playing field, then the business deserves to die. I'm sorry. That's just
Yeah.
how it is.
and here's the thing. I mean, I'm gonna make a video soon about like how can a Steam competitor emerge and like actually compete against Steam, etc., etc. But what
Just
this
to make your
shows,
system better than Steam.
what Epic did, what they've shown to users is, oh, you're so weak that you can't even fairly compete against Steam. And yeah, but on the flip side, in terms of like putting an argument on the table, like for those supporting it, on the perspective of the developers, aside from big corporations, that's actually for big corporations as well. The first argument is indie developers want funding so that they can finish the game and survive and raise the game, and they'll be like, waiting a year is a sacrifice that I'm willing to take. Like this is indie developer talking, and some people understand it. Okay, they're understanding about it, but a lot of people are like, no, screw you. I'll only get your game when your game releases on Steam. I'll either don't buy it even, or buy it when it's more than half off. The other argument is in terms of like the big publishers taking on this deal with Epic. Well, first off, like a guaranteed money income for the game. That's one benefit to like a big publisher, but that also shows that they're weak. The second point is they also want to push Steam to decrease their sales cut from 30% to lower, however much that may be. And Epic Games Store have it at 10%. So ideally they want Steam to make a change where it would be 10%. And I'm assuming that's the other reason why big publishers are signing deals with Epic Games Store exclusivity. And yeah, that's the argument on that front. And for me, sure, it was basically in terms of big publishers and Epic Games Store, it was a war against Steam. On the indie developer front, sure, they might have thoughts on it, but it's just about survivability for indies, which it's either survival or standing on your principles if you initially had that principle as an indie game developer. And yeah, but apparently, as we can see right now, Epic lost horribly. Even with someone that was taking their free games every week from Epic Games Store, like if a user took all the games, they would have like thousands of games by now, 1,000+ games. I'd assume they are still playing on Steam. Like I have a lot of fun games on Epic Games Store, but I'm 99.9% of my time it's me playing games on Steam, because I just as on the principal issue, but also on the launcher issue, because their like client is garbage. And yeah, that's the whole thing.
It's like I think Rocket League mostly that I play with my friends back then. They play it on Epic Games. They invited me there, and I was like, Epic Games sucks. And then I think Rocket League transferred to. Not transfer.
Rocket League is apparently exclusive to Epic Games now.
Steam.
No, Rocket League was on Steam, but it's no longer on Steam now. They're exclusive to Epic.
It was on Steam. Epic bought the studio.
I understand the practicalities of indie deving. Yeah, I understand the practicalities of
everything.
Indie, right? And they aren't an indie. But I understand the practicalities of releasing only on Epic if you're an indie studio, right? That money might be make or break for your game.
Yeah.
And I have some understanding for it. I probably won't play your game, but I get it, right? But mega corporations have no fucking excuse. You really think Square couldn't afford to fund a couple $1 million for game development, right? If Rockstar can fund themselves $300 million of GTA 5, I'm sure Square Enix, the creator behind fucking Final Fantasy and also Final Fantasy 14, is very popular MMO, as far as I know, could probably afford to pay devs, right? That's not...
No, but again, they did that because I'm assuming
they just want to pad their bottom line.
It's like aside from the money, it's basically want to push Steam to lower the percent. cut. But they didn't. But however, the story goes is they did decrease it, but not like a flat decrease. It's still 30% up to a certain amount of millions or like hundreds of thousands of dollars
But it's
in
less.
terms of revenue.
Yeah,
Then they
yeah.
decrease it to I think 25, then a minimum of 20 at a certain point. So basically indies
I mean, hey,
not
I guess
included.
that's better. But like, look, Steam isn't the good guy either, right? Steam is taking a massive cut, and I firmly believe, given that fucking Valve doesn't make games anymore, look, they made Alex, but like, fucking, it's barely a game. I mean, okay, it's a great game, but it's like really short. It's VR game, whatever. What I mean is, Valve barely makes games anymore, right? They made one game in what, 10 years, whatever that is. Well, they made Artifact, which flopped, whatever. But like 2 games in 10 years, right? Valve probably has enough money to spare, right? Let's be honest. Valve is like the most valuable company per employee or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So I promise you they have enough money to spare. If Epic can afford it, I'm sure they could too. But, you know, Valve isn't the good guy here, but at the very least their client doesn't suck. They don't pay developers to be exclusive. So, fuck them. Also, this applies to consoles as well, by the way, right? Guys, it's fucking 2023. It's current year. There's no reason to release exclusively on consoles anyway, right?
Yeah.
PC players know the games will come out on PC eventually. And let's be honest, right? PC players aren't going to degrade ourselves by playing a game on console. Well, okay, that's not true, but certainly the majority of us will wait for the release on PC.
Yeah.
And also, console players that are actually hardcore console players won't buy a PC anyway, because, right, you know, why bother?
I mean,
It's a different crowd. Just release your games, guys. Fuck.
yeah. Yeah.
Look, the only legitimate excuse for ever buying a console is to buy a Nintendo console, because their games genuinely don't come to PC, which is still a good move. But at the very least, most of the games that don't come to PC are first-party Nintendo funded, right?
Well, no, wait. If you wait long enough, emulation.
It happened to PS Vita. There's some games from Japan that they only release on console. A lot of people hating it back then, and then I think 10 years later they make a PC one, but they release it on Steam finally, and then people start playing.
10 years
after a
later. Oh,
decade.
very exciting. I definitely want to play a game from 10 years ago. I'm sorry.
Actually, I'm really excited to play a game that
like
finally got on
it's
Steam.
like a remake version.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It was released on PS3, and now they released it on Steam. It's like, yes, finally.
Look, I'm really. To be fair, I was really excited to play a game that was released almost more than 10 years ago at this point. They were remastered. They remade it. It was fantastic. It's called Deadspace Remake. You should buy it, right?
Yeah.
It's got gender-neutral toilets apparently, but you know you should buy it. It's a great game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, $70. That's for a remake. No, $50 max. But yeah,
They remade the game.
I don't care. It's
Also, it
the
was
same,
$70 for
same
me, I
thing.
think.
No, well, no,
Alright,
it's a
alright.
new AAA pricing now.
I mean, to be fair, your PC probably couldn't handle it. I'm sorry.
No, it can handle it. I can do at least 60 on
No,
it, probably.
it does have some performance issues. It's very CPU heavy, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably not with ray tracing on though. But the ray tracing looks so good. Sorry, it's just
Yeah.
lighting, I think. But it looks so good. Anyway, sorry. Keep it on.
Okay. The next topic is how people behave towards you differently if you change your avatar in VRChat.
They don't.
They do, but no. No. Did you change?
Talk to me.
I know you're gonna point at me.
How people change
well,
their
you
behavior
fucking-
once you went from human booba to robo booba?
The main reason that people change their behavior around me whenever I'm a big and small avatar. It's a matter of sizes, actually.
Oh.
A little bit of appearance is where your avatar a little bit more gothic or more cheerful side, like blue color, a little bit cheerful color, light color. They often to get close to you, whatever, like that. But For me, they're more intimate and more skinship. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. People like big boobs. Don't get me wrong. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
Since I'm not a bloody whore, I guess I don't know that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
think, yeah, I think it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I'll share my thoughts on that. Why don't you think people? No, actually, when you change to a lolly, off camera. When you change to a lolly dog off camera, I'm like, oh my god, you're so cute. Let me pet you. Let me do all of these weird things that I wouldn't do to you normally.
I want to spoil him. Yeah.
Look, I think the reason why I don't notice that change is because the majority of my avatars aren't that cute, and also because I don't have my fucking tits hanging out like a bloody whore. People don't want to come up to me and
you have a
fucking
sports
fiddle with
bra.
my titties, right? Yeah, because I'm not a whore. I think lolly ones, certainly people come up to me and suddenly want to pat me in the head, but I think once they hear my personality, they go, oh, okay, he's not that into it. It is what it is. I don't mind,
Yeah.
right?
It's
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I think most of it is personality, and certainly for me, when I experience snow, I'll say I always stay 3 feet apart because I don't want his weird girl cooties to rub off on me.
Yeah. Would you say?
mostly if yeah. Sorry. Before I forgot.
Snow. Have I ever
mostly
patted you in the
if
head? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah. Mostly if I change
Huh?
Abby.
Evidence. I've never given him head
It's
pats.
something like it's something like a switch to like, oh, if I'm in this avatar, I'm gonna act more on that avatar a little bit. Something like if robotic, I just go like a little bit robot. I guess that's more not
I'm
emotional.
not a liar,
I guess.
so I act the
don't
same
know.
way regardless of avatar. This is just the skin I wear.
I mean,
But you
for
can
me,
attest to
like
this, right? This
if
is what
I'm
I'm like in voice chat, right? Without an avatar, I'm the same
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no.
Okay, I'm nicer to
Yeah,
you
but-
here a little bit. because
When
it's
you're
just me
spaghetto
recording.
man.
Yeah, but yeah, this is.
That's true. When I'm spaghetto man, I'm different. But that's because it's not because I'm like acting though. It's because it's a stupid bit, right? I'm just fucking spraying spaghetti sauce over fucking everywhere.
Spaghetti. Yeah. But look, people do be,
I know he came.
when you change to spaghetti man, people would be more
Mhm.
attracted to you and like want to interact with you more because of the spaghetti man.
Yeah, because I fucking shoot
Yeah.
spaghetti sauce in their face.
Not, I
But
mean
it's not
that.
because of the avatar I'm in. It's
I
because I
mean-
can shoot spaghetti sauce in
mean-
their face.
Yeah, I mean that too, but people
It's
think
also
that
it's like my
oh, you're
buttons,
have
right? I
a
don't think
playful.
people change the way they act because of my buttons. I think people change the way they act because now there are funny buttons, and they always wanted funny buttons, and so they start pushing funny buttons. Right? I think that's all there is to
Yeah.
it, man.
No.
I think, the first time I met you is see the buttons. I think I like the buttons more than the character that you have. To be honest, I don't know why, but it's still interesting to know the buttons. To be honest, yeah.
What Snow is
Well,
saying
I'm
is
lagging
the
a little bit.
buttons are more important than you.
No, what Snow's saying is the buttons are a little trap. It's a piece of cheese I fucking put out in front of unsuspecting fucking fours. And they come and push the button. I'm like, hey, my button. Not making me nut.
There we go.
Nut. Nut. Nut.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Nut.
My favorite is the nut button. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Demonetize.
Demonetized,
But
yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. This is the only avatar I think that people treat me differently, and that's because I have stupid buttons. And it's not because they treat me differently, it's because people always want stupid buttons. We're fucking gorillas. We just want stupid
Yes.
buttons.
Do you
Right, I'm just
do you
presenting
even
that
know
option to
why? Do you even know why they like it?
Because buttons.
Because people are gorillas, and it makes a funny sound. And you see a button, you're gonna push it.
Push that button.
Yes.
People are literally trained to be
That's why, like,
curious. No,
yeah.
No, but I
there's
mean,
nothing weird or mystical about it.
no,
Mostly stupid stuff. Yeah.
I
Mostly
think
like memeable or something funny.
I think
Sorry.
no, I do think some people, I mean, I'm not gonna say all people, but let's say some people in a decent chunk, let's say a decent percent, do change their behavior to some degree. Not just for fun, but to some degree when you change your avatar. Because I think it also applies to how humans behave with each other depending on how the person looks as well in real life. So for example, like I'm using this avatar and people interact with me, whatever. But if I suddenly change my avatar to an even bigger, more luscious booba person, and one with like very distinct, let's say very strong facial features, then they would also have they would interact or differently with me, or new people would approach me in a different way, etc., even if I'm showcasing my current voice. And a case in point,
I think the main thing is, for me at the very least, the way I interact with people is I make character judgments based on the avatar choice you have. Right. So if you use an e-boy avatar, I don't respect you. Obviously. Right. If you use a furry avatar, then I'm careful around you. If you use an anime waifu avatar, right, then depending on how lewd it is, I'll make a character judgment on whether or not you're horny. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, what am I?
But
It's the same of like
You're fucking naked.
No, I'm a samurai.
You are so naked. TikTok has banned you.
No, TikTok banned me because they're Muslim.
What do you think you are? You named your titties.
Because they have character. Who doesn't name their you know how men name their dicks. Some men name their dicks, and so women name their badonkadonks. Hiroshima and
I
Nagasaki.
don't think a lot of men name their dicks, but if I had to name a dick, little pocket rocket that could. Anyway,
A little pocket rocket that could. Hell yeah. But I was gonna say, like, one example is our green-haired friend. He made a
he became
friend. Yeah, he became a big luscious furry, let's say.
disgusting.
And he's making new friends, and one of the friends, and I think there's also another person where they're talking with them normally, but then that person like, I can't handle this, man. Like, you're just so luscious. I have to go. But that's one example. Another example is, yeah, what I mentioned before, when you went into like a lolly form. It's like, oh my god, I want you in my lap. Not in a creepy way, but in like, oh my god, you're adorable.
I'll fucking go into it. I don't mind. I keep this avatar because I need to show up in this avatar. I like having narrative consistency. Right. I'm still the same person though.
Even if you're
huge,
you're like, I wanna.
I mean, this is not huge.
This is
like
adorable.
almost my real height. Hang on.
Speaking of the our green haired friend, like making friends, I think mostly whenever you change avatar, and then every public worlds that you've been to, you're gonna attract a different person as well that approach you. Sometimes, mostly that there's a certain type of avatar that girls approach you, like real girls, I guess. I don't know.
Wait, are you talking about the e-boy? Are you telling me the e-boy works?
No,
Okay, thank
e-boy works only on underage girls in this game, to be honest. Don't get me wrong.
You heard it here
It's
first.
true
If you
fact.
see a person in an e-boy avatar and they're over the age of 18, pedophile.
Kid magnet.
Yeah,
Kidding,
if you see
I'm
a friend
kidding.
of yours,
Okay, Snow. Tell me your e-dating tips, right? What type of avatar attracts the women?
The
not e-dating tips, but so this
Fucking
avatar
tell
right
us.
here attract people who are mostly avatar making and something like that, like more intelligent side. While this avatar right here, a lot of people gonna I think it's
which
mostly
avatar? What are you talking about?
strip. But that freaks
Freaks
wearing
avatar?
right now.
Use nouns, okay.
Yeah. Mostly, I think people who are, I mean, in my case, is just full body trackers, users, and club members.
That's weird, Snow.
They don't really want to say.
Full body
yeah.
trackers. What do you mean? You're half body.
Mm.
Look, I'll tell you the truth, right? Do you know who? Do you know what? Okay. Do you know how you attract full body trackers? You get fucking full body, and they still hang out with you. You talk to them about full body issues, and you talk to them about the half body peasants without control of the lower
Not
bodies.
really.
That's how you attract full body people.
Not really. Not
Half
really.
my friends list is fucking full body.
In my case, mostly that I attract
Just because you
full body
fuck half of
trackers,
them, it doesn't
I think,
count.
uh,
I haven't had to fuck anyone
no, I
to
didn't
attract
fuck them.
You fucked at least
I
one
didn't
of them,
fuck
Snow.
them
That much I
anymore.
know.
I fucked
Any
three
more.
of them,
Key
actually.
phrase here. You've only fucked 3 full body trackers? Wait, the majority of your conquests are half body? You just fucking push control the game?
No. No. Mostly the
Space
one that
track
I
again, sorry.
ERP with are full body trackers, actually.
Only 3? I thought your body count was up in the thousands.
No.
No. Bro, I'm not a whore. I mean,
You're the
technically,
horniest man alive,
I
so...
am, but
A digi whore.
Yeah.
yeah. Different avatars, different characters. If you're streaming audience that gonna attract and you're making friends with, so
Yeah, if you're streaming
you're a
and you're
fanboy,
mute,
you're gonna attract more
pick the one with
fanboy,
the biggest fucking titties.
LGBTQA community. Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Are you
Yeah.
saying that it turns out people are attracted to people who look and or act similar to them? Oh, that's very surprising.
No,
Good
it's
observation.
either act or they are interested in as well, and the community
that's just
gonna
the way your avatar
be
works.
attracted to
Yeah,
them as
I've
well.
only met people that had cool avatars. I'm like, how does that work? Explain and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess that's more or
mean,
less how I
mostly,
met.
I think,
I met
I
Terry,
asked-
right? Went up to Terry and be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I asked
Where
a
is she, by the way? I haven't seen her in a while.
I asked her about this kind of stuff, and she didn't think about it. But when I mentioned about like making friends, she mentioned a lot of like avatar making and makers and something like that. Animation people just came on over, and I go, oh. Oh, you're a different story then. You're a genius
Terry has
side
interesting
of it.
avatars, yeah. I think a lot of it is the shader effects and a lot of it is the cool animation she has, right? That's the main thing that her avatar's
Yeah.
cool. They have a bunch of fucking features.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The most interesting thing is she doesn't talk. She used the TTS when she got all those avatar making friends. So I'm kind of
Yeah,
curious
fucking-
how. But yeah.
Well, I'll tell you why. Fucking VRChat enables mutes. VRChat's like a haven for mutes. It's weird. It is. It is. I have never. Okay. Nothing against mutes.
It's true.
Genuinely nothing against mutes. But I have never seen a place more welcoming of mutes than VRChat. Right? You go to a
Yes.
bar in public and you don't speak. People would be like, "Why don't you speak?
Wait,
Make
wait,
sounds
wait,
with
wait,
your
wait.
mouth."
For me in real life, it's Japan. As far as I know, it's Japan. You can be mute wherever. It's fine. You don't need to talk to people. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can be mute. You could be quiet. I don't know if you go to the store, you can just fucking that would be rude, right? Just handing people money and shit. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I always say, "Hey, thanks."
I
Or
mean,
I always say, "What's the weather
I
today?"
guess-
No, I don't say that. I mean, okay, to be fair,
I
when I
guess
say
it's
to a slow clock, get card,
on the
please.
CD.
Or
Yeah.
do you take card? Fuck cash.
Yeah.
Alright.
They have their ways for it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I,
guess
don't know.
it's-
I guess Japan
We're
might be
gonna do
more
it.
okay with the sort of
Mm-mm.
the mutes in public. I'll say the VR chat is definitely more inclusive of mutes, which is great. I'm just sort of surprised by how inclusive this community is for mutes. It's so always surprising because, you know, this is what I would consider to be a very expressive game in terms of sexuality, in terms of sort of personality, in terms of the hobbies that you're part of, right?
I mean, we
You know,
have more than
I've seen a place
technology.
that's
They
more
just go
open.
outside, never think about paying any cash, and just go, okay, here's my card, and just hand it over to the cashier or something like that. And they talk at all.
That's
you
kind
know?
of rude, though. Like you just flash your card and instead of telling
I
them
don't
card,
know.
please, you just fucking flash it. Just pull out your pull
Hey,
out
hey.
your platinum. Like, oh, American Express.
I mean-
Sorry. I don't have AE for reference.
I mean-
AE is like not really accepted where I live.
Actually, wait.
I just remember a porn
What's up?
video. God damn it.
Even when I
Of course,
came,
of course, the
when I
horny
came
one.
to,
Yes, of course.
when I came to Turkey and I didn't know the language,
Mm-hmm.
I can't get by like going to a grocery store, getting whatever. I just put it on the thing, and I just, you know,
Right.
just show her the
But
card.
do you make voice? Do you make mouth sounds? Because mutes don't do that.
I can't do it without making any sound. I just like show her the card and tap, and that's it.
You're all fucking rude.
No, I mean
Oh,
it's just.
fucking
I mean,
rude.
you don't talk if you don't know the language.
You're
so
all
that's one thing.
fucking rude. I go to
Oh.
a store and when I pay, I say, right?
No.
Oh yeah, card please. And
No,
then
Franz-
when they give me the
Franz-
item, I'm like, thanks. Because I have to. What's up?
I think most didn't think it's rude because especially you look like a foreigner or something, they're gonna think that, oh, they might not know our language or something like that. They're gonna, you know, they don't mind it all or something.
Yeah, you can
They'll
just, like,
say.
bow your
I
head
mean,
or
that's what I
something.
think about it.
Look, just speak
Yeah,
the
bow your
universal
head or
language, alright?
just
Just speak English. It'll be
Not
fine. Actually, I don't know. How's the penetration when it comes to Turkey? English. Penetration of English.
I don't know, 1%, not more than 5. I don't know.
Is it bad? Oh, it's bad. Okay.
It's kind of hard
I
to
didn't
find
realize it was that
someone
bad.
that speaks English. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Aside from kids or whatever, and even kids, not so.
That's hard.
But yeah. Okay. So. Oh, this I don't
Nothing
know.
wrong
If
with
this will,
It's again, but still.
I don't know if this will be fun, but
Alright.
how VR chat changed us from the moment we played it till now. So you can go by saying it turned me into a blank. What do you think, Rod? How did it turn you? Did it change you?
I'm immutable, unchangeable. I'm the same, like a rock I
I
weather.
don't know
No,
why it's
no.
funny.
I guess I became a little bit more comfortable in anime girl avatars in terms of wearing their skin. I learned about mutes. They were very
Yeah,
surprising to learn about.
Mm-hmm.
I've met people that I would not otherwise be able to meet.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a bit of Unity, a bit of Blender, but like in terms of personality, I don't think it's changed a lot of my views on the world. Not really. In terms of the things I believe and the things I am,
I think
it's still pretty much consistent. I sleep less. You know, that's not a good thing.
You told me this and you mentioned this before, but it changed your personality a bit in terms of being more considerate, isn't that right? Or more understanding, let's say.
I try to be more considerate. I try to be more understanding. I don't know
Is
if
it working?
I am, right? I don't know. Look, I don't think it's changed me that much. And maybe I'm more understanding and considerate for people that are disenfranchised or otherwise are different because I've not met. Because before this, I've not met that many trans people, or I've not met that many people that are part of the LGBTQIAP plus community.
The
Right?
alphabet, yeah.
Way to cancel yourself on Twitter. I've certainly met more of these people, and I've certainly become more considerate of them. I've always been accepting of them. I've always been supportive of them. I've just never personally interacted with that many of them, right? And I've become more considerate of that. And I suppose I've met people that I would otherwise not interact with, or people that would otherwise not be able, I would not be able to interact with. And I've certainly become more considerate of, I'm going to be honest here, people that are a little bit slower, right? Not in the sort of mean way, just in the observation. But aside from those things, I don't think it's changed me in any sort of significant core way, right? I'm just a little bit nicer because I know more, right? I'm more educated on certain topics, not because it's changed my personality in any deep, considerate way. And certainly, I've not formed any connections that I would consider to be sort of wholly precious, right? Like, I have friends, obviously, but I make friends everywhere. I've not like had a relationship with VRChat or anything of that sort. So I imagine if I had a relationship and I meet someone special, maybe the impact of VRChat will be a little bit deeper to me. But right now, not really, because I'm still disgusted by people that sleep in VR and ERP.
Look, we
And
can change that.
Phantom Sense is still a mystery to me.
I'll be your.
No, I'm not sleeping in VR. Look, unless I meet somebody
I'll be your teddy bear.
incredibly special, right? We're talking about the 1%, right? At the 0.1%, I don't know if anyone could convince me to bloody sleep with a TV strapped to my face, because that's fucking dumb.
I'll be your 1% for you, though.
Freak. You should buy like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch and then measure yourself. Right? Measure how deep your sleep is between sleeping normally in a bed and sleeping with VR headset strapped to your face. I would like to know whether or not it affects your REM sleep or your deep sleep. I imagine there'll be a significant increase in light sleep and less of the other two. Anyway, not important, but
Yeah.
observation important.
What about you,
I
Snow?
don't know. I'm more considerate. That's it.
How did VRChat
Yeah. What about you, Snow?
from before till now? Before joining VRChat?
Not
No
much
thoughts, head empty.
on mental, actually. Not. It's. I don't know how to explain it more because it's. I think it's more sexual preference that changed, but on mental side, it's actually more helpful. It's a best social game that will make me more positive and like, oh, new friends that I want to make with. And just didn't think about, oh, like, I know mini games is good in this game, but for me, making friends that changed me so much to the fact that I know how to deal with these people because I experienced it before, and if I'm getting a little bit rude, they're gonna notice and I'm gonna stop it right away. But if they let me in, like a little bit rude, you know how to deal with every kind of people. Even though toxic ones, you can just be dumb and always be dumb, and then just let them have it their way, so they have like a comfortable assortment of the surrounding the friend group, so you can just do whatever. Yeah, mostly I'm just getting comfortable with everyone, and that changed me so much. Like in real life, it's much more different on interaction with my family, actually. My family and workplace, mostly. It's like, oh, I need to play VRChat, and then on the next day work, I feel more energetic or whatever. It's not physical tiresome. It's like a mental what do you call it? It affects your mental a little bit. Depends if you're spending in the game like depressing stuff or happy stuff, or you just want to have fun stuff in the game. There's so much stuff that you can gain out of this game, but yeah, mostly I just want to focus on like getting good interactions out of people. If I make this sad, I'm gonna feel a little bit down, mental breakdown a little bit, and gonna get out from the game, feel depressed. So it's like 50-50 all the time whenever I got into VRChat. But
So
yeah,
I think your mentality is like kind of weak.
yeah, I guess that's
You
my
gotta
thing.
You gotta weather it. You gotta have more fortitude. Kind of like
Well,
things
like
people say get to you.
like I mentioned before, I have a sensitive mind, and it's already like since early on.
being
before I got into this
sensitive
game,
and
which
being
is-
weak is different. You can be sensitive, but you can also be mentally
For
fucking
me, it's the
strong.
same thing.
Yeah, right.
For me,
It's
it's,
not
the
the same,
same
but okay.
thing. I got emotionally drained or whatever, but I'm more open about some stuff if I'm comfortable with people, and when I have these trust issues, I think the downside of the game is I got more trust issues than ever before. I got more trust
So
issues.
I just want you to say. I just
Yeah,
want you to know.
I-
Right? I basically say everything I have negative about you to your face. You don't worry about that.
No, that's fine. Usually I take that as a joke.
You didn't
so
read that right. Okay.
I don't care. I don't really care much. Yeah.
So what he's saying
But,
to you is that
the outside,
you can trust Frosty to shit on you. That's what he's saying.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah,
Look,
like-
what I'm
like,
saying is, right?
like,
you can
if
trust me because I won't lie to you, right? And if I think you're doing bad in the video game, I'm gonna yell at you about it.
like if somebody say something like wanna roast me or whatever in the game, I don't mind that. But it I think for me, I hear and then read their intonation as to like if they're being serious or not. I can feel if they're really serious or not, or just joke around or something like that. Like if they say something, "Oh, you're suck at this game, bro. It's the simplest game ever," and if I take that, it sounds sarcastic. Don't get me wrong. It sounds sarcastic the way I say it, but like you can feel it's sarcastic or genuine or whatever, right? That's how you read people, and I think that's better for this game. It changed me so much.
No, I don't think you're as good
And
at
it's-
reading people as you
me,
think you
hey.
are. I feel like you misinterpret half the things I say. But alright.
No, I'm just speaking what I'm, what happened.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Don't, like,
saying. I
misinterpret what
feel
you're
like half the
saying,
things
but,
I say well over your head, and or you
Yeah,
get
because
offended
I
by the
don't-
things I say when I don't mean it.
Yeah, because I
Look, my
figured how to
my
deal with it is
sarcastic
just
voice is
if
on
I
all
don't-
the time. Okay, I'm basically never not sarcastic. And in case you didn't detect it,
what
that
I-
was sarcasm.
mostly I deal with Frosty right here is if some words that you feel like it's serious, just don't care about it too much to you, and because otherwise it's gonna get to you to the fact that it fuck you up really bad. So mostly what I advise for myself dealing with Frosty is just stay calm and make that and take it as a joke, even though he said it's not a joke.
Yeah, Mr.
But,
couldn't
yeah,
beat
mostly
tempered
take it
Kieran
as a
and
joke.
rage quit. Yeah, take it as a joke.
I did.
Oh yeah, sure you did.
Yeah, I take it as a joke.
Revisionism has to be part of the For reference, he went silent in voice chat and then like stopped left voice chat. I was being a little bit mean, but like, come on, it's the newbie filter. In case you're wondering, it's most into world HR 49 quest.
But mostly what I did, like if interact with people and be silent, is if I'm too depressed or don't want any toxic to like seep into my skin, I can feel like, oh, I'm a burden to this call, and I'm just gonna stay quiet and just a little
No, you
bit
should be
more
Toxic.
self-appreciating a little bit. I want to be selfish a little bit, so I just mute myself,
No, that's
asking
what
why
you think
or
they
tell
mean,
why.
Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, Frika, I went
Yeah.
along.
No,
Really,
it's okay.
You did.
I
you
guess.
did.
Yeah. How does it change you? The game.
I'm not a furry yet. But
Obviously, no. Thank God. Fuck him.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
no, yeah, I've stuck with this character since the beginning, like the first week.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
You had purple hair.
I had,
Scam.
but it's the same one. But you know, I changed the colors. I had a manicure. But,
The manicure.
but yeah, it's before joining VRChat, I was more introverted, and now I'm more extroverted. I became more sociable, let's say, yeah, because as a result. And I think I became more comfortable, or like my behavior. Let's say I became more upbeat about my movement, because I guess while playing VRChat and like seeing myself in the mirror with this character or otherwise, just
Fucking bullshit, dude.
being
You're
fascinated
fucking
by
on
like
the ground the whole time, fucking eating food or sleeping. What are you talking about?
Yes, but I do this now. I'm like enjoying.
Half the time I bloody see you, right? Through the fucking ground like this. Fucking your hands over this.
No, but I wobble now. I wobble.
I think
He goes like this. He goes like
changed
this.
it to
Slight amount of wobbly.
he's set up his horizon, so whenever we see him, we don't see him like this anymore.
We'll see him. We'll see him like
nowadays
like
because of the
like
horizon.
what do we see him? We see him like this. Oh hey.
No, like this.
Yeah.
Mostly the hands
Is it
is
just
just
like-
right here for
just like
some
this?
reason. I
Oh,
don't
hey,
know.
I'm eating. Hey.
Yeah.
Look,
It's either
Well,
eating or laying down. Yeah.
all I'm saying is my behavior has changed, and I've noticed it in real life, where I'm more animated.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm more animated, and like when I hum with
I'm
motion.
less animated in VR.
And you became less animated
No,
when you
this-
started VR.
So in real
Yeah,
life,
it's-
I'll talk with
it's
my
like
hands a lot, right? I'll talk with my hands a significant amount. But like in
Yeah.
VR, I talk with my hands less.
Yeah, you'll be
I don't
like,
know
huh? You're just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. But in real life, I like, I
think-
gesture, I talk about my hands, I focus on the current moment, and then I go over there, this, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know, it's in VR, I talk with my hands less. I still talk to my hand to some extent, but like they're in a resting position rather than an active position. Why that is, I don't know. This is the same chair I would use in real
I'll
life.
tell you why.
so I
I'll
don't
tell
know.
you why.
Self-conscious.
Because of
you're
the
used
fucking
to it,
controllers.
yeah.
They're like a weight to not do motion.
Yeah, they're fucking
Yes.
heavy, yeah. Hey, can we get hand tracking to be
The thing is-
decent, please? Thank you.
Yeah, the thing is, I wish it was a glove or something, so like it doesn't feel too much weight.
I don't. You live in fucking a
But
hot
yeah.
country. Why do you want to put more clothes on and not less?
I don't care. What?
How do you not care? It's fucking 30 degrees outside your fucking house right now. What do you mean?
It's fine.
Celsius, by the way.
More
Okay.
sweaty or more healthy?
Third.
That's not how that works.
I mean, especially if you're shut in, mostly.
What?
Yeah, just.
Sweating has
Sweat
nothing to do with
myself
health.
What do you mean?
Okay.
So it's your
One,
stamina
you
and
sweat
mental
normally
peace.
all the time anyway. You just don't sweat the amount you would sweat if you were hot. Two, sweating is not indicative of health, right? Sweat can be indicative of health when you sweat through exercise, but just through fucking sitting down, fucking sweating because the room's a bit hot.
There's-
You're just losing moisture.
Okay.
That's all you're doing.
Mostly my body, what I felt is whenever I'm not go outside for like nearly 2 months, what I did was I'm not sweating and I
Jesus, that's
felt
a long
sick
time.
after that. And then I have to
It's
like
probably because you
you
didn't
know,
get any
sweat
exercise for
myself
2
up.
months. No.
well yes. And then after that I exercise
nothing to
myself,
do
but
with the sweat
I
itself,
don't go
though.
outside.
Look, let the man sweat.
I
You
make
work
myself
outside,
sweaty
what
to
do you
make
mean?
myself not. I get myself sweaty to not feel sick, and it works. I don't
when
need
you
to
get
really
yourself
consume
sweaty,
any
do you
medicines
wear
or
clothes to
eat
get
any
yourself
health-
sweaty? Okay, when you get yourself sick,
Yes.
sorry, when you get yourself sweaty, do you wear more clothes or do you do exercise?
Usually, if I wanna exercise after woke up, I just use the clothes
That's
that
not what
I
I
sleep
asked.
in, and then because I can wash
That's
it
not
after
what I asked,
the
no.
exercise.
Okay, that's not what I asked. No, you said
No,
that
I'm not
you
wearing.
made yourself
I'm
sweat.
not wearing clothing. I'm just wearing what I wear during
He's
that
not listening to me.
time.
Well, Snow, listen to this, right? Beginning to end, you gotta listen to all of it, right? You said that you made yourself sweat, right? And you've been healthier since, right? You've had less doctors, right? By the way, not medical advice. So did you make yourself sweat through doing exercise, or did you make yourself sweat through putting more layers on and being hotter?
Not putting
Two
more
options.
layers on. Exercise.
Yeah, then the reason
But still in
you're
the
healthier
same
is
clothes.
because you're exercising, Snow. It's nothing to do with the sweat.
You know what? Moving on.
That's
No,
not-
no, this is important.
I don't know
I
how to
don't know
explain.
why. Okay,
It's
no,
fine.
this is important, right? It has nothing to do with the sweat, Snow.
Yeah.
It's because you're exercising. Now, you got sick when you didn't go outside for 2 months because you didn't exercise at all. How is this hard to understand?
I know. But I exercised
Alright.
after that, and I didn't get sick. That's why I said. And
Right,
And you
okay, so
mentioned
it has
clothes, my
nothing to
brain
do with
went
sweat.
into,
It has
I'm just
nothing to
using
do
the
with sweat.
clothes.
Hey,
I'm exercising and I'm
Right.
sweating out of it.
right, but okay,
why I
but
said
sweating is a
sweating.
side effect of exercising, and the cause of why you haven't been
Mhm.
sick, or you are less sick, less often, it's because of the exercise, not because you didn't sweat or you sweat. If sweating was the solution to all things, then we just all have saunas in our rooms and we'd never die.
That's fine.
It's like talking to a brick wall.
How about this? What what Frost is trying to mention, and I'll put it in an example. You did exercise and you sweat and you got better. What if you didn't do exercise, you just put a lot of blankets on you and you sweat a lot? Would you have become better without exercise?
Oh, was that too complicated? God damn.
Not really.
Okay, we're all in agreement, just a communication.
Exactly, so nothing to do with the bloody sweat.
Next topic.
Okay, right. For those of you listening at home, right? Please
You know
do not
what?
turn up
I'm
your
just
heaters
gonna-
and sit in your hot rooms sweating your balls out.
Okay,
might
it turns,
die of
it
heat
turns
stroke,
out it was a
right?
communication issue. It's fine. It's
Do
fine.
exercise.
Um,
Yeah, because understand basic concepts. All right, whatever. Do exercise. It's good for you. Is the takeaway here.
exercise is
I
good.
don't know.
Yeah.
Do cardio. Do fucking squats. I don't know. God damn.
Okay.
Shoot myself.
I don't know what this topic went into, but yeah. The next topic is what does ChilloutVR need to do in order to compete with VRChat?
Servers that fucking work.
Like,
I
yeah,
said it.
that's one thing, yeah.
I said it. Yeah. Look. I tried ChilloutVR during the mass exodus from VRChat during the EAC update. The servers didn't bloody work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do
the
work
second
now.
thing is Fizzbones. Do they?
It's overloaded, yeah.
I don't know, I haven't tried actually.
Exactly. I'm sure it works now. They have a total playable population of 20 people, so I mean maybe 1,000. I don't know, Fizzbones. Fizzbones would be cool because they're still in dynamic bones, I think. So some sort of dynamic bone replacement, like Fizzbones, would be fantastic, so people can interact with your fucking funny tassels or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I want to play ChilloutVR if I can more. I like how it looks, kind of.
Aside from that, I don't know much
Hmm.
really. Chillouts, whatever. It's cool. I think a lot of it is annoying. I think a lot of the reason why VRChat's so popular is just because it's where the people are, right? It's where the people are, that's why people develop for it. It's where the people are, that's why there are custom shaders for it. It's where the people are, that's why there are worlds being created for it. It's where the people are, that's why content's being created for it. So I think it's a chicken and egg situation, right? How do you get more people into ChilloutVR where you need more people? Because it's mostly by user-generated content. So I think what needs to happen is that either VRChat stumbles significantly, and ChilloutVR is there to catch the rubble, right? And so the servers need to bloody work, or they gotta have some unique feature that brings people to them. Either it's through events, or maybe they'll have some cool feature. I don't know what feature, but
Yeah.
something good, something that like VRChat couldn't or would not be able to copy easy, like in weeks. Don't know. It's tough. So like asking me
especially-
how you compete with
Mostly-
YouTube. Basically, you don't.
Especially if they're using the same engine. What do you think? Snow?
Mhm.
How can
Mostly
VRChat
now-
become
mostly
better
now-
than VRChat?
Days, I think the game just how come VRChat? ChilloutVR.
Yeah.
Mostly this game that ChilloutVR seems more like Reborn VR, the other VR games that mainly for a streamer or something like that. Unless they want to increase
No,
the
have you played
server
ChilloutVR?
and
They're
put
very
more of
different.
No, I do play it. I do play it. Yes, I'm gonna say that 3 times. Yes, I do play it 4 times now. I play Reborn VR as well, and I can feel they have the same vibe now these days because there's not much players are in there. And Reborn VR, you can only play it for streaming kind
Not
of like
that many
content.
players.
Like you can't join any kind of other people. For
But
ChilloutVR,
ChilloutVR is not for
you
streaming.
can still-
ChilloutVR is a VRChat clone.
no, I said Reborn VR. It's mainly for
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you
stream
also said
content.
ChilloutVR is the similar to
For-
Reborn VR in the sense that it's mostly for streamers. But that is what you said.
Yeah. I said it's kind of similar to to Reborn VR because there's not much play, and if they increase the people who like don't really like EAC get into ChilloutVR and the server overloaded, just something about the server. Which is I agree what you said about this
So,
server thing.
sometimes your logic is flawed, man.
And what do you think
So,
they
I
should
want
do?
to talk about. Hang on, I want to establish that like Reborn VR having basically no server browser and being incredibly difficult to join people is different from ChilloutVR's servers being existent and server browsers being functional, but the servers don't have capacity. That's different. I need to establish that. And neither of them are particularly good at streaming, in my opinion. All right.
Okay. And Snow, what considering these issues, how, like, if you can advise the developers to help them make ChilloutVR more popular and compete against VRChat, what would you tell them basically?
I would tell them add something more. The world seems dead. They have a good mechanics, but I don't really want to talk shit about them because I know one of the developers mainly play VRChat as a base, and they hop in ChilloutVR because they want to make it come true. So I mean, I know that one of them are watching this right now because I mentioned. Yeah, just no rush. It's still a good game,
Snow.
but you definitely need
Not giving them
something.
constructive criticism is the opposite of helpful. You can't cushion your words, right? If you have something to say, you gotta say it.
I mean, but
nice
I
won't
just
help their
said
business
before
grow.
do something about the server. The world seems dead. I did mention that.
Right. So what you're saying is that they should add
Do something about the
Just
UI.
like they need something special. Not and then you don't expand on what that something is. It's just like add something anonymous and like completely ambiguous, but it has to be special. I
Okay,
see.
fine. The UI seems buggy. To make it like more interactive, like
There we go.
user
There we
friendly,
go.
then yes.
It's good. Constructive criticism. Fantastic.
The world is buggy as well, and then I like the
Is it buggy?
mechanics about you load the world first and then you join it, but you're still in the same world, so you don't put in a
Wait.
loading screen. or
Wait,
something
are you
like
sure
that.
you want to
That's
think
good,
about Neos
but
VR?
It's still buggy. No. What?
ChilloutVR does that as well? Really?
Are you kidding me, Frosty? Just
Are
play
you
the
sure
game,
you
you
want to
know
think
what
of
I mean.
Neos VR? I literally have
No.
uploaded the server to the game. The server's
I spent Chilla VR longer than Neos VR.
So you have spent time in Neos VR. Okay.
Yes. Well, I think not only a lot of hours. I think yeah.
I don't
Sorry.
remember ChilloutVR being like a load the world first while you remain in the world situation. Maybe it is.
It's
Maybe
when-
I'm remembering wrong.
It's on the when you're at home, home base, like pretty big, like sci-fi, whatever, blah blah blah. You try to click on a world and you join. It's gonna download the world and then loading the world and then the
Hang on.
outline of everything gonna straight
Oh.
to your body, like
No,
red,
he's right.
and then grid
Snow
outline
is
gonna
right,
like
yeah.
to your body, and then
Oh, okay.
and then when you load the world,
I don't
it's
remember
gonna
how
like
it's set.
change the outline, red outline, and then you can see the your world different now. It's like you're a robot kind of thing. You can see the POV a little bit different. But yeah,
Yeah, I get it. It's
I see.
yeah, just
see.
play the game. You know what I
yeah, it's when you. I remember when I wanted to join a world, I click it, nothing happens. Then I think it was buggy. Then like a minute or two later, suddenly I'm joining a world without even noticing.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait, it's happening. What? And yeah, it's just a weird thing. There's no loading. There's no
Yeah.
nothing, yeah.
So it wasn't a load screen. It
Yeah,
was like, okay. I
I-
thought it was just a Neos thing. Oh, yeah.
the thing. No, yeah, the thing is, the UI on the download and loading, it's on the right side of your like if you're in VR. On the right side, but the thing is, it's white. It's really hard to see on if it's an Oculus. But I wish they can. I mean, it's
Oh.
mostly console thing, like brightness or whatever.
Fair point, by the
It's
way.
it's really hard to
Is that
see
what
on
you
the
mean?
base.
Contrast?
Yeah, the
Contrast.
contrast. Yeah,
Uh,
I think it's the
I do
contrast.
like-
you a great deal of hours. 9 hours. Okay. Sorry, I had to check.
I do like for ChilloutVR, that's a lot actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the problem, because how many hours does he have on fucking video? Fucking 1900 hours for reference. I have, so just so I'm not like leaving you out there, I have, check. Hang on.
But yeah,
How
I
many
do like
hours
the
in
feature.
VR?
I do like the feature where the map you want to go
Reference,
to
I
is
have,
loading in first
900
before you
hours.
joining it. I like that feature, but yeah, make it obvious where like a loading thing is happening.
Then again, that's only an issue if you have really bad internet, right? Because like we're talking like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Not even really a concern.
Well, not even
It's
an
nice,
instant
though.
issue. It's
I
like
get
a
it.
server location. I don't know, because VRChat sometimes even though I have like fast internet, well, relatively fast, it's still like the servers are kind of wonky because of maybe server location. or
Downloading
whatever.
does take a little bit of time with VRChat, but it's never taken more than like a minute for me. So, fine. I don't mind.
I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah,
How would I?
I do have symmetric gigabit, so like.
ChilloutVR. Well, for starters, I would tell them like the devs to one, try your best to put the thing on Quest 2
Fix the
because you know
servers.
that's aside from that, yeah, fix the servers.
Oh, fuck that.
No, but it will boost the numbers to some extent because you know the kids.
It will boost
you
the
know.
player numbers, but introducing questies to your platform is
Hey, better than nothing. But yeah, it's.
hey,
Oh, yeah, I mean it's still a way.
and
Yeah.
this is crazy. There are platforms full of fucking 12-year-olds. And I'll call you maybe.
Yeah, put it on Quest, fix the servers, of course, before. And in terms of a unique feature to put it on VR,
Put it
It's
on.
good.
I don't know, maybe have like the TV thing movable, maybe have
I think
I don't know, but the most obvious thing, and it's also
I
a
just
TV
want you to
thing
know.
decision.
I want you to know the TV
No,
thing is not a VR chat feature. That's a third-party script for Unity.
Oh, okay, then they can make it a main feature.
or in Chillout. No. ChilloutVR, the main feature is props. So for props, the dev talk about where you can put a props in and video player and playing it. Just basically your TV. You can make it like maximize. You can increase the size by grabbing at the edge or at the side of it, and just do this, and it's big, and then do this small.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
yeah. They
I
make
thought
it as
Can I
prop.
show people
Yeah.
what's playing? Like they can see that?
Playing.
Like, can I show them what I'm playing? Like, for example, I will show you a video, and you can see my video. It's playing. It'll stream from me to you.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
It's
Okay.
global in the world. Like
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
but listen, you have to enable the settings on your settings to see other people props and other people particles and everything like that. So you have to find the settings, which is fucking unfriendly because it's hard to find it. It's so detailed. It's so absurd to like fucking. It's so hard to
you're using the
find the
words.
settings
No,
for like 2
getting me
hours or
fucking-
something like that.
Another
You
thing.
should get Steve and you use my words.
Another thing is,
I do
aside
give
from
a
like
shit,
putting
but
it on Quest, they I guess at this point, aside from the technicalities of making the game better,
The
is
server's bloody work. Or
yeah. Aside from that, and the business decision of putting the game on Quest, I guess at that point, all that's left for them is to do, and aside from putting more unique features, is for them to do constant, high retention based marketing shticks. For example, they could, I don't know, get do some interesting events where that they invite players in. Maybe there's a competition where they keep the players within the game
agreed with
to
events.
do something. Yeah, like music events,
Okay,
movie
here's the thing.
events,
Here's my
getting
suggestion,
guests
ChilloutVR.
to play the game. Yeah.
Like VRChat can do this too, but like they don't do this for some reason. Get a place
They
in the
don't
real
need to.
world, I don't know where in public, where you set up a constant stream, and it's like a window you can see into ChilloutVR, and ChilloutVR can see into the real world. That shit is like the weirdest and most entertaining shit of VR, right? Just have that running 24/7, and just call it like I don't know, a mirror into reality or some shit like that. Fucking people would join. So let's
From what I know, that I'm in one of the Discord server, which is Alpha Blind Interactive, which is the one who created the ChilloutVR. That's not much events. The way they
that
try
many
to
events.
like make
Countable,
others to
uncountable.
play is just they're gonna say, "Hey, we're gonna online, so if you guys wanna join, just join." And this is
I
asking for
mean,
a friend to like.
they
join
need
in,
like a
and
person
that's
that
it.
just does community events. Like they just need someone to organize that shit. It's tough.
Yeah,
it's
they
rough.
don't
I
have.
mean,
They
you
don't
know, it's-
promo the stuff a lot. They don't.
Look, they're a small company, I'm sure.
Gather
so,
a
you know,
lot
it's
of
whatever.
attention.
It's a miracle.
Hey.
Bloody works. That's all.
Yeah, it's only
Chill
7
out, team.
people at the moment, to be honest.
Oh
Chill out,
yeah,
team.
IK 2.0. Thank you. I want
Yeah.
better IK. Thank you.
Chill out, team. If you get funding and you want somebody to market, hello.
Come on, team. If you get funding and you want someone to yell at snow, pay me. Right.
Damn.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Fuck. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Are we moving on?
Yeah, and moving
Next
on to
bloody
something where,
Yeah.
since none of you, played any new games aside from Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Well, you did play
Hang
Dead
on,
Space,
I
but
got this. I got this. No new games. No games. Play King Deadspace.
Dead Space.
No, Deadspace. It's good. The remake's good.
Okay, wait.
It's
No,
cool,
actually,
it's
no.
cool.
You can
Dead
talk
Space,
about
they
this.
have
Come
all
back.
the- Play Dead Space. Play Dead Space. Play Dead Space.
You can actually talk about this. I mean, you before you mentioned like, oh, you're playing it and you're having fun, but now you finished it. So what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Also, yeah.
Did you play the original?
No, it's really good. I miss when video games were like that. No, I'm fucking not 25. No, I never played the original, so this was my first Deadspace experience. Very good. I enjoyed it. It was very fun. That's all I got. I miss when video games were like this. I miss when you could pay money, buy a video game, and it was good, and it wasn't fucking bullshit. It was like, oh, you could pay $20 for more currency, or pay $20 for more ammo. I enjoy that there wasn't like a stupid multiplayer focus, right? It was just about the story. I enjoy that the Ishimura was the real place, the levels. You can traverse between any corner of the Ishimura. You can walk the whole bloody ship. I will say, I really like the. I don't know what it's called, but there's an AI basically that looks at tension, and if you're doing too well, it'll fuck with you. So spoilers, don't watch this next like 10-second part if you so you're doing too well, right? It'll fuck with you on purpose by turning the lights off sometimes, right? And it can spawn enemies behind you, and it can spawn special necromorphs that are extra strong. And when you're riding the tram, which usually is the level select, right? So there's no enemies. It can fuck with you by stopping the tram and playing scary sounds. It's great. It's fantastic.
And what if you beat those as well? Does it even make it harder?
What? Yeah. In New Game Plus, they spawn more, what are called, I don't know what they're called, but they spawn special necromorphs that have to have every single limb chopped off to stop moving.
Nice.
And these necromorphs can sometimes be incredibly quiet. They sneak up behind you. And, nowhere's safe. So I expected elevators to be safe because they're elevators and usually only Isaac goes through them. But no, there was like a necromorph waiting for me inside an elevator.
In the elevator. No.
Yeah, it's great. You just aren't safe. You never feel safe.
Nice.
I hope that in the next game or maybe in like DLC, not DLC, but like if they like add to this game, I hope there's an extra difficulty where the game, while he's alive, can just randomly spawn the hunter on you. Anyway, and I hope they make it so that the hunter can open doors. Okay, yeah, that's it. If you wonder what the hunter is, I don't know if you know. It's the thing that doesn't die. It just keeps coming for you. But in the game, it's like relegated to a couple cutscenes and a couple of set pieces. Yeah, that's all. I don't know. This is nothing special. It's fucking good game. That's all. All right. Talk about your bloody video games.
My other bloody video. Steam Fest is happening, and what happens during that time period is, and
they're
still
all bad,
happening.
all the games boring.
Basically, upcoming games or current games. There's just now a shit ton of demos you can try out, and I played a bunch. Played mainly. I'm gonna talk about just like 2 games. Boundary, which is by it's a Chinese developer, I think, and
Fucking
it's a
commies.
first person. It's a first-person shooter, online multiplayer FPS, and it's in space. So you're wearing a spacesuit. You have your, I think they're normal guns, but fitted to be white and shit. And they are space guns.
They have privilege.
It doesn't make sense actually, but yeah.
And yeah.
Wait, what do you mean it doesn't make sense? Wait, hang on. What do you mean it doesn't make sense?
No, mostly the guns and the outfit they fight.
Okay. I thought you meant guns don't make sense in space because guns do work in space. They have oxidizer in their powder. Anyway.
But yeah, it's fun. It's like it's basically Call of Duty in space, but not as frantic, let's say. And I enjoyed it. I'm playing enjoying.
I saw the gameplay. I saw him play this game, and it looked interesting. I kind of didn't like that the thrusting wasn't relevant. Wait, sorry. Okay. I'm gonna use Elite Dangerous terms. I kind of wish the thrusting, because you don't have to counter thrust, right? Like if you thrust forwards, you don't keep drifting forwards because space. You stop, right? Once you stop. I kind of wish the thrusting
you move
was
forward.
Newtonian. Okay, so if you thrust forward, right? You stop thrusting. You drift forward.
I think so. Yeah. I'll test it again, but I think so. Yeah.
Okay, what if you, is it the same for any cardinal direction, and also when you roll, you keep rolling unless you counter roll?
I don't think there's a roll. Maybe I didn't discover it, but I don't think there's a roll. You roll with your mouse, so so like if you look up, then you'll just look up, and once the mouse stops, then yeah.
Then it stops. Okay. So I think I think that's quite a good. Okay, I didn't know that, but I think that's quite a good compromise between Newtonian flight physics and like being weird.
Yeah, I mean, if they made it so that I have to always fight with my mouse,
your cardinal directions is good.
It'd be annoying.
I want you to know that's what Elite Dangerous is like when you turn flies
No,
yourself.
but that's a ship. That's a ship. This is like a COD shooter.
No, that's not true. Okay. I'm gonna change your mind right now. Right. An astronaut in space is exactly the same as a bloody spaceship, and here's why. Right. Your shape doesn't matter because there's no air resistance, right? You cannot push off objects, right? Because you're in space, you're floating, right? So your only way of moving is your thrusters, in which case you are literally the same as a spaceship.
No, I know.
Because you're in a small spaceship.
What I mean is, I mean, you're right.
Same game.
And I'm not
just play
disagreeing
Elite
with
Dangerous
you.
is what I'm saying.
I'm not
Elite Dangerous
disagreeing
is made
with
by a British studio. They won't steal the information.
My point is, I'm glad they made that part automatic because I don't want to deal with a shooter to deal fighting with my mouse.
That makes sense. That makes 100%. Yeah, I agree. But also, it should be an option. What else? The guns looked interesting. I liked how they were all one-handed because you had to control your little thing with your other hand, little jet thing. I thought it was cool that all the spacesuits are like fucking Apollo era giant spacesuits. Yeah,
you can customize them.
It looked good. It ran. I assume it ran fine.
Yeah. It's good.
How's the gun feel? Like, was it okay? Gun feel. I'm gonna put. So people might be upset. I'm gonna put like bungo gun feel, like Bungie gun feel, like up here. So that's your old Halos, your new Destinies, right? And then I'm gonna put like a. And then down here I'm gonna put
like a free-to-play shooter.
Yeah, like some horrible free-to-play thing. I don't know. Fuck, whatever. So where would you say the gunplay is at the gun feel? The 30-second loop.
I guess
So pretty good. Wait, so is below COD or above COD?
No, COD is better. I mean, the new COD is like the guns feel really, really good in COD.
The new COD it does feel really good. Like even as a person who doesn't play, okay, that's good. It's good. Cool game. Don't play it. Maybe try to.
My favorite sound of the sniper class, sniper loadout. It feels so sexy.
What?
Holy.
Snow, you're a fucking guy trapped in a fat spacesuit from fucking the 1900s.
I mean
sexy.
The gun.
Guns.
It's a sniper rifle.
The
okay,
guns.
whatever. I will say though, you did think one of the rifles was a sniper rifle and it turned out to be a bloody shotgun. Somehow.
Yeah, the design
is confusing
me.
Yeah.
You need an
looks,
American design. I'm kidding.
It looks like more like a scout rifle or something, but it's bolt actions. It's a bolt action.
Are you looking at this right now? Like, have you Googled this?
No, I remember.
Okay, because it sounds like you.
Played.
All right.
It sounds bolt action. Yeah. It sounds
no real opinions on it, but I'm glad the gunplay feels good. Oh, God.
Yeah. The UI seems like from Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. It looks.
Oh yeah. Wait, really? I thought the UI was really cluttered. Like there's a lot of UI elements.
The UI from the main menu looks like from Call of Duty Warzone 2.0.
Oh, from the menu. Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I had to say,
because I saw you play and I saw that there was the UI not really cluttered? Because I thought it was really cluttered. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Because
what would you know?
No, I don't know. Because like it's space and there's a lot of debris and stuff around, so like the UI kind of melded with the environment for me. So I was just mainly focusing on the game. Not that's
a UI design error. That's a UI design. Hey guys, I don't know who the fuck made this, but like if you're proud of it, you should make it so that your UI is more distinct, because it shouldn't blend in with the bloody background. That's problematic. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Given
playing Elden Ring, I'll
given
just
an
take my
option to
health bar for
like
blades of
don't show
grass.
the UI a lot, like deactivate UI health
Yeah,
bar or
no,
whatever,
immersive
just
mode.
deactivate everything.
Immersive
Much
mode,
more,
yeah.
immersive
Yeah.
mode or something.
Oh, if I had
But
one
it's not a-
complaint,
it's not a first person.
if I had one complaint about the game is
Go on.
that
Mhm.
when I'm shooting at someone, there's two notifications that, or like, comes up UI elements. One is you've just marked your enemy, and the other one is you've killed the enemy. Both of them are red. Both of them are extremely similar to each other. So when I shoot at someone and I get you've marked the enemy and I don't realize it's a marking UI, I'm like, oh, I killed him. But no, I didn't, and he kills me. So that's my only
You know what I would
complaint
say
about
to
it.
that? Get good, scrub.
They should.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah, they should.
differentiate.
No. They should. They should make it like what Apex Legends did is you gotta mark the enemy first. Like if you shoot the enemy and it's auto mark for you, bad.
Yeah, it's an auto mark.
That's bad because like you just make it separate thing.
Okay,
Is it
automark
auto
bad,
mark
I
when
agree
you
with
shoot
that.
it?
That's what he's saying.
Oh, okay, that's really bad. Yeah, make it like an option kind of thing, if possible. If you can't remove it, an option.
You play
is the
Apex? No,
simplest
I've
thing.
never seen you play Apex. For context,
Because I didn't stream it.
you stream Apex? Like on PC?
I didn't. I play it on my free time, and I play it whenever a friend of mine on other friend group that really focus on FPS games, they just ask me out.
That's definitely the wrong phrase to use, but okay.
Okay, and I guess that's over. The final game is
Alright, what's this
a
next game? I
called-
know nothing about this game.
No,
Goodness.
we're probably just gonna like make it this one short. Fabledom. Wait, what's it called? Fabledom.
Fabledom, yeah.
It's a fantasy, cartoony art style city builder, and a chill one, not like Banished or something.
Alright.
But the main appeal of it is you build your city, your roads, you get your mines, water, fish, whatever, all of that stuff, and you select where you
That's
want to
cute.
build. It looks very nice. Like art style is colorful and nice. But I think there's a lot of city builders out there. But what makes this one unique, I guess, is its story presentation at the start from when I played it, and the whole political dynamic between your city or like your city and neighboring cities. And the idea is you either play as a prince or a princess that travel to whatever land so you can start your own city. And the idea is once you build your own city and it's big enough and you have a lot of resources, you try to woo a neighboring city's prince or princess, and by giving them what they desire. And in my case, they didn't have that option, like because it's a demo, but they showcase it where like, okay, I wanted to woo this princess. She needs like some vegetables, and I can flirt with her or whatever. And there's like fun animations, and it's adorable actually. I wanna get it.
These are mere distractions. We all know the truth. You should support Deadspace Remake, so they remake Deadspace 2. Alright, good.
I hope it doesn't it doesn't compete much with Nightingale. It's another build system.
What is
with community
Nightingale?
and
What the
such.
fuck is Nightingale?
Nightingale is a game that I look up, but sorry if I mention it out of nowhere because I don't really want the Fabledom to like getting swallowed by Nightingale, like upbringing.
That is
or
the opposite of
uprising
what
or
you should be
something.
worried about. Okay, did you mean you didn't
I
want
hope so.
Fabledom to swallow Nightingale? Like, you didn't want,
No,
you didn't want
Nightingale
to give
to
the spotlight
swallow
to Fabledom?
Fabledom.
Really? Is Nightingale
Because-
a larger
yeah,
game?
because Nightingale a little bit kind of like Souls-like. That's what they did, an open world. So they have a city, kind of a community.
I'm gonna have to look at the. Okay. I'm very skeptical because it's Souls-like and it has survival mechanics. These two things don't really align that well.
Yeah. That's why I
It's
said.
first person. What do you mean Souls-like? Oh, sorry, I give up. I mean, okay, you can be a first-person Souls-like game. Yes, that's true. Like, I don't know. Seems it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine,
Fabledom. I think Fabledom gonna attract people that a lot of that play Civilization
Casuals.
4 or Sid Meier or maybe The Sims from
No.
probably. I can see it
Okay,
gonna came out that
Dude,
way.
Civ and The Sims are so different because I play Civ for Sid Meier. It's not
Oh.
Sims, dude.
No, but I
I mean, it's still a building like stuff and
No. Civ is like barely about buildings. Civ is a war sim fundamentally. It's a research and war. It's not really about micromanaging the city you build. 100% different. It's a 4X game.
But I don't think we have to worry about Fabledom getting swapped by Nightingale because from what I just looked at, they're very different.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like seems to be a first-person action game with
Okay.
some building stuff tacked on.
Never.
I mean, maybe. I mean,
I will
even
say,
if they
though,
release on
they
the
call
same
it
time,
a Souls game? Really?
is it a Souls?
I think it's kind of like saying I don't know. They apparently still said they said it was a Souls game. I mean, that
I
could
want
be
to
cool.
see if I played it.
I mean, to be fair. I mean, probably not. It's not.
I don't know if there's a
been out.
demo on Nightingale.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh no, there's. Oh no. Yeah, there's.
When
a
will
similar
alpha and
game
beta
out
test
there.
begin? Close alpha.
I played a similar game in like an alpha state.
Okay, I need to figure this out. Wait, are they? Wait, is the studio behind Nightingale? Hang on, you'll probably fucking know this. Inflection Games, are they indie? Are they new?
It's their first game, but they're self-publishing, so maybe they're like double A.
Look, I hope it's good, but like in general, I don't trust games that are. Okay, here's the thing.
I'm
I
just
hope
gonna
it's good.
wait
I hope it's a
and
flash in the pan. It looks fine, but I don't. I'd be very skeptical because as a first game, this is very ambitious. This is what a first-person survival, building, management,
Yeah.
exploration, co-op.
It seems like
Maybe
the
Souls-like.
the graphic and the UI gonna looks like from the Void Train.
I mean, I guess.
Void, I
Probably.
played some Void Train. I guess it was the demo was
Yeah.
fucking short. Like you do
Yeah.
nothing in a demo. Some crafting stuff. Reminds me a lot of Raft to some extent. I think there is
Wait,
going to be more story, and
that's-
there's going to be like actual enemies you have to fight with a gun. But
Yeah.
what's up?
Does the demo end at when you reach the station or no? I
the-
can't remember.
Okay, so I got the first gun, just like a gun, and then basically the demo immediately ends afterwards. Basically,
The fuck?
yeah.
Huh.
Sure,
I guess.
yeah. All I did was I built like a furnace.
Oh.
I smelted some coal. That's it, or metal.
The one that I see people play, they reaches spoiler. Reach the station and they fought bandits and there's a bigger monster like a leviathan side of the station, but they didn't fought it yet, and the game stops there.
Right.
And there's barely
Mhm.
no one play it.
Maybe that's
No,
like
this-
Imagine
press demo.
it's like a streamer, like the press demo. Yeah, probably. The game looked interesting. I had some issues with it was very frustrating when the game. So during the tutorial, I think people, if you paid attention, you know I hate this. So they taught you how to like pick things, right? Okay, so cool. Here's an item. Right, instead of it being just a grab and you just have the item, it was a whole canned animation where you pick up the item and you slowly look at it and you put it back down, right?
Oh,
It's
that's
fucking annoying that everything was a fucking canned animation. Like there was a switch, and in the video game you push E and the switch just moves, right? No. It was a whole fucking canned animation of you ripping open the switch, trying it being broken, and then wrenching it. I don't need that many canned animations. Fucking let me hit the switch and get going. It's the tutorial. I do not care. All I'm saying.
Just
Yeah.
push it a button and be like, boop.
Exactly. Just
That's
fucking. Can we start? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it was fine. It
it.
wasn't too much to it, I suppose. But yeah.
Yeah. There's
But if
No,
Fabledom
sure, one
are
today.
not that pricey and a little bit less, I really want to play it. That's my
Yeah.
last words.
Go play if you want to play a city builder, go play City Skylines. That's a good one.
oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
I did with my
Yeah.
friend in real life. I don't really like it.
Oh.
You can play
Fast.
co-op? How do you play co-op? What?
No, I think.
No, I
Uh,
go to his house.
And you just
And
played it
play
with him?
in real
Okay,
life,
okay. That's different. I feel like you'd like it more if you
Because
played
he was
single
like-
player.
Talk to his girlfriend, you know. So I was like, you know,
Oh, you just had a
what
bad
games you got?
experience.
Cities Skylines? Yeah, sure. I want to
You had
play.
a bad experience. Alright, okay. City Skylines, pretty good. Rimworld, fantastic, right? Paraspora, fantastic. Planet Coaster, okay. Factorio,
Oh. Wait.
fantastic. Dyson Sphere Program, kinda mid. Yeah, what's up?
Try when
Paraspora.
I guess when
It's
you
really good.
can.
You should buy it.
Try Plan B. It's like Paraspora but 3D, like more 3D.
I
That's about
should
it.
play Plan B, yeah. Paraspora's completely 3D. It's just
No, I
you
know, but-
look at the whole planet.
Yeah, but this one's like nicer.
Yeah,
There's like
there's a new
models
one.
and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Sorry, there's a DLC for Paraspora. But oh, it's free. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. At this point, I'm just looking at Steam.
Okay.
I'm not like doing podcast anymore. Also,
Okay, yeah.
Sorry,
We're done, everyone.
Just gonna
There's
vote.
Steam demos right now. Take the opportunity to try whatever you want. Okay. Bye
go
bye.
play video games. You know, they're good for you. Also do
Deadspace,
exercise.
Red
Good for you too.
Deadspace.
Yeah, play
Yeah.
Deadspace. Yeah, buy Deadspace. It's good. Pay $70 for Deadspace.